Hey Mixers, welcome back to another NFL preseason video. We've had one preseason video already for the Hall of Fame game, and unfortunately we only got one right in that video. But I did say that we are betting on the preseason just for fun. If you're betting on the preseason to make money, you are foolish. You are not going to make money on the preseason. Most likely, you should expect to lose most of your bets. These are just for fun. These are to just have some skin in the game so that watching the games is more interesting. Of course, you're going to have some wins here and there, and you kind of just hope that you come out of it even. So let me get into the recap first of all, and then we'll get over our picks for Thursday night. So we took 4 player props in the Hall of Fame game. Omarion Hampton over 13.5 rushing yards. I told you in the video he was probably only going to have 1 or 2 carries, and he only had 2 and only got to 9. So he did not get there for us. Hendon Hooker over 18.5 rushing yards. He only had 9. He was playing really poorly. I do expect him to run a little bit more in these other 2 preseason games that they have. I think they have like 3 other preseason games. But I probably won't bet it again. Trey Harris over 12.5 receiving yards. He had 0. He only had 1 target and he didn't catch it. I didn't actually see it because I was watching the WNBA game at the same time. And I didn't see the catch or like the missed catch. But he only had that 1 target, only played on that 1 drive, and then he was out of the game. And then Isaac Tesla over 14.5 receiving yards. He had 46, and I believe that was only on 2 or 3 catches. So our season record is only 25% so far just from that 1 game. But I have 3 more for you today. So we'll take a look at those. The first one I have for you is Taj Brooks over 29.5 rushing yards. This is the Bengals rookie running back. And currently he's on the depth chart as the RB3 behind Chase Brown and behind Samaje Perine, who the Bengals picked up from the Chiefs. And this guy's, I think, easily going to work himself into the RB2 role by the end of the season and will have a decent, solid RB2 role in years after that. This guy rushed for 100 plus yards in every single college game last year. So he was consistently putting up huge numbers for Texas Tech. And I think he's a great runner. So I would like to see, I think we're going to get a lot of him. He'll probably play an entire half, if not a little bit more, as I don't expect Chase Brown and Samaje Perine, they're just going to play a couple of drives. And then I expect Taj Brooks and then the couple guys behind him to just be, the rest of the game. So I think that this line is pretty high, but it's okay. I'm still taking it. I think he gets the 9 to 10 rushing attempts that he needs to get us there. Maybe he only gets 7, but they are a little bit longer rushes. I guess we'll find out. And then the next one I have here is Damian Martinez over 23.5 rushing yards. This guy ran for the Miami Hurricanes last year, and now he's on Seattle, where he is firmly in that RB3 role, of course, with Kenneth Walker and then Charbonnet, who are both fantastic before him. Damian Martinez is not going to see the NFL field very much during the regular season. So I think this is going to be a preseason, a time for him to really shine. So I'm not really understanding this 23.5 rushing yard line, especially because the Seattle Seahawks are not really expected to play their starters much at all. So it could be Damian Martinez for an entire half of the game. And then some of the other running backs behind him to split up the rest of the work. So I guess we'll find out. And then my last one that I have here for you guys is Kyle McCord over 38.5 passing yards. This guy is the QB3/QB4 for the Eagles. This guy led all of college football last year in passing. He had more passing yards than Cam Ward, more passing yards than Garrett Nussmeier, more than Brady Cook, more than Shedeur Sanders. He had the most passing yards in college football last year. And now he's the QB4 on the Eagles. So the Eagles are not expected to play their starters. Well, Nick Sirianni hasn't really said anything, but I don't expect them to play their starters. They just had a Super Bowl run, so they played a bunch of extra games, and they need to recoup from that. So I don't think they're going to be playing at all. Tanner McKee is based on the Vegas lines. I think Vegas is trying to tell us, okay, Tanner McKee is going to start and play half the game, and then Kyle McCord will play a quarter, and the other quarterback will play a quarter. So, but I think Kyle McCord could easily get 40 yards in 1 quarter of play. This line is just way too low. And if he gets any more playing time than 1 quarter, I just think he soars over this line. So we're playing him. And then one player to watch whose line is not up yet is DJ Giddens, the Colts rookie running back. He basically runs like Jonathan Taylor. He's a Jonathan Taylor light type of guy. And we don't have lines for him, but I do expect him to get a lot of work in the preseason, even with the Colts playing their starters, obviously. I think the Colts want the best look at Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones. I don't expect the other starters to play very much. I don't expect Jonathan Taylor to play at all. And I don't expect, the wide receivers like Michael Pittman Jr., Josh Downs, Adonai Mitchell, Alec Pierce. I don't expect them to play very much. Maybe like one series for Pittman, maybe like 2 series for Josh Downs. And then Alec Pierce is probably going to get the most work, and Adonai Mitchell in the preseason, but then also all the wide receivers behind them. So when that line comes up, we'll just want to take a look at it. All right, so the recap here is Taj Brooks over 29.5 rushing yards, Damian Martinez over 23.5 rushing yards, and Kyle McCord over 38.5 passing yards. If you have not seen our NFL videos, we have a bunch of NFL Week 1 videos up. We also have some season-long NFL videos up, as well as Week 0 and Week 1 college football videos. So if you want to go check those out, let me know what you think in the comments. I'd be happy to have your comments. I love talking football, and I'm glad football's back. Thanks, guys.